So today, news came out about a scandal involving Afghan migrants coming and settling in the UK secretly. So the previous government and the current one have both been involved in this scandal. It's come out today that they have secretly signed off 24,000 migrants to come and relocate to the UK at a cost of £7 billion. Now let's see what Nigel has to think about that.
The Afghan scandal has broken. Extraordinary that a British government put a super-injunction on all the British media that lasted for over 2 years to cover up a story of incompetence, dishonesty, and a threat to our own national security. An email missent published the names of 100,000 people in Afghanistan that were available to the Taliban. Many of them had helped us during that 20-year war there. Others were known to us for being, frankly, just bad people. Either way, it was decided in 2023 that we would airlift many of them out of Afghanistan, a process that continues to this day. We decided that 25,000 of the 100,000 should come to the United Kingdom. Amongst the number that have come are convicted sex offenders. I am not, I promise you, making any of this up. And the total cost of the operation has been a staggering £7 billion. Of those that came, none of them were included in the immigration figures. There has been a total veil of secrecy put upon this by the last Conservative government and frankly carried on until now by the current Labour government. The numbers are off the charts. The cost is beyond comprehension. And the threat to women walking the streets of this country, frankly, is incalculable. I can't think of a better example of the total incompetence, dishonesty, and genuine lack of understanding what the priorities of a British government are than this Afghan scandal. Labour are collapsing in the polls already, but don't let the Conservative Party, don't let Kemi Badenoch or that very odd little figure Chris Philp, who appears occasionally on our screens, to say, isn't it terrible? They caused it in the first place, and for this, they should never, ever be forgiven.
Good words there from Nigel. Pretty much sums it up. I think what's, again, very telling is that they've got £7 billion to resettle Afghan migrants who, in many cases, are people who were rejected before to come here because they had a violent past and a criminal past, yet now they're allowed to come, and we're spending £7 billion on that. But we don't have money for the winter fuel allowance until they get hit for it. We don't have money to help our young people. We don't have money to look after our public services, our schools, our roads, our industry. Yet we have this money to help foreign interests and foreigners. Another thing is the sexual crimes. We know that they commit more sexual crimes per capita than anyone else in Europe. For example, if you look at the stats in Germany, that is the case, that Afghans commit far more sexual crimes per 100 people than anyone else. And that's going to be the same when they come here, because they've got a different culture that is not compatible with the Western world, where we have freedoms and we have respect for each other and we have largely equality as well. But again, I think this as well shows that the Conservative and Labour Party are working together. They are the uni party, because one of them started it with the Tory party, and now the Labour Party are continuing it and in fact making it worse. And also these grifters like Robert Jenrick, like Chris Philp, who seem to have jumped on this bandwagon recently. I keep seeing their videos on Instagram and TikTok and across all social media platforms where they're now openly criticising the Labour government for the immigration rules, for the way they're handling it. However, they're the ones who started it, and they essentially made it 10 times worse in the 5 years that they were in power.